Hello, I'm Dr. Tom, and welcome to The Myth Within. I'm very honored that you chose to share your time with me today, and I hope this program will help answer some of those pressing questions that call upon your psyche's need for body, mind, and spiritual balance. In today's episode, we're going to explore Psyche as a form of breath work. But first, a message from our sponsor. In order to explore the concept of psyche as a method of breath work, let us first define psyche. Psyche, or what we in modern times know from the root aspect, psych, forms the root of many words associated with modern-day psychological practices. Words such as psychology, psychotherapy, psychiatry, psychedelic all find their root in the ancient Greek word that created a world of philosophy around the concept of soul. But what does it mean? Well, psyche means just that. It translates in ancient Greek as soul. However, it also shares a philosophical link with the Greek word pneuma, in that psyche originally meant breath of life, and pneuma was interchangeable with breath. And the Greek word air, A-E-R, was a nurturing force that unified the breath of soul to the air-giving breath Earth gives us through oxygen itself. The ancient author Anaximenes observes that, quote, just as our soul, psyche, being air, AER, holds us together, so do breath, pneuma, and air encompass the whole world. Again, just as our soul, being air, holds us together, so do breath and air encompass the whole world. In this early usage, air and pneuma are synonymous, and both are aspects of breath that the soul grasps onto as a means to realize its potential. So what is breath work, and how can it help us achieve better mental health outcomes and realize the potential our soul yearns to create? Breathwork is a practice where breathing exercise are used to improve our mental, physical, and spiritual health. Breathwork can be used to treat conditions such as stress, chronic pain, depression, anxiety, and when used with guided meditation, it can create a spiritually grounding experience. Breathwork also forms the foundation of hypnosis or altered states of consciousness, and these can be very helpful in transitioning long-term patterns of behavior, fostering hope, and creating future-oriented goals that are calling upon you to do the work right now. While many forms of breathwork exist, they share a similar goal. They want to refocus your attention on your breath and assist you to greater inner understanding. And it's this inner understanding that creates avenues of growth where, within a Jungian construct, small self could unite with big self so that the self may be a realized state for your individuated development. So how can we do breath work on our own or within a group setting? If we focus first on personal breath work, the construct of group breath work will unfold. I will lay out the process here just as a process solely and not guide you through a meditative induction session. These can be found on my YouTube channel at Dr. Thomas Maples, and there are many helpful guided meditations there, as well as on my website at drthomasmaples.com. To start a personal breathwork exercise, first find a comfortable place. Sit or lie down. Maybe you may stand or find it more conducive to walk. Running sometimes can actually foster and force breath work to occur because it creates the breathing rhythms that we need to touch upon. What you want to do is breathe through your nose and out your mouth. You want to first try and find a rhythm for your breath, inhaling to the deepest part of the bottom of your lungs, feeling them expand in your chest to the top, and then as you breathe out your mouth, fully feeling your abdomen stretch as your chest caves in into a more relaxed state. You could combine this with guided imagery too, such as breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, breathing in warm light, breathing out cool tension. You could also try and find different avenues where you may breathe in a beautiful scent such as lavender with aromatherapy, and then try to exhale any form of tension or stress or negative color or emotion you may be feeling. Group breath work could be very similar as individual breath work. However, primary difference between the two is that there's a leader involved. You do the same thing. You find a comfortable position, you begin to focus on your breath, and you listen to the leader's instructions at the same time. They may have you breathe in different patterns. They may have you breathe solely through the mouth or solely through the nose, depending on how they're trying to elicit the air into the system to oxygenate the cells. They may include guided imagery to help you relax into a deeper state. Examples of group breath work, especially if you're in a professional setting, could be aspects like hypnosis, where you could go through guided imagery, you could go through past life regressions, aspects of this nature. The key is to find different meditative states of consciousness where the true work of soul can be done and uplifted. So, what are the benefits of breath work? I'm often asked. Breath work in itself is a meditative induction exercise, although it could be used in spiritual traditions or within religious practices. The main construct of breath work as a mindfulness exercise from a medical perspective is to help you reduce stress and anxiety. Breath work can also help you reduce depressive states. Breathwork will allow you to process negative emotions, hopefully in a constructive way. It takes practice, but as you become more adept in breathing through the negative emotions that may arise, you simply begin to focus that you're breathing in more light and then letting go of more of the tension that is associated with the storyline present. The key is you want to let go with the exhale and you want to redirect something warm and constructive or an alternative to the negative feeling that's present with each inhale. So you want to breathe in relaxation and let go of tension. You want to bring in joy and let go of sadness. You want to breathe in contentment versus and breathe out anger. With time, this allows you not only to redirect the negative emotions that may be driving the storylines, it also helps to increase energy levels, reduce inflammation, and refocus the soul towards an intent it's working to realize. What are the risks associated with breath work? Dizziness is a common one, although it also could be an indication that you're doing it correctly. Lightheadedness and nausea can happen. There's some positive associations also with the oxygenation of the system that breathwork induces. You may feel tingling in your arms or legs. This is really a sign that the cells of the body are responding to the added oxygen levels you're breathing in. There is one warning, especially as it relates with guided breath work, not just mindfulness, individual breath work, mindfulness exercises, but more of a guided scenario. If you're pregnant or have heart conditions, some of the breathing exercises can increase the heart rate. It could increase the oxygen levels of the blood. And so, as always, if you're pregnant or you have a medical condition, you would want to consult your primary care physician before beginning such a practice. But first, a message from our sponsor. Psyche, or soul work, is all about getting to know yourself. Mindfulness, meditation, and breathing exercises have long been known to create inroads in the personal meaning. They also create rejuvenated experiences within the body, which is how the emotions are allowed to be corrected and find a different frequency that can lead you towards more soulful exploration of the potential that you want to create in your life. Psyche, the Greek term for soul, is absolutely dependent upon the life force air that allows its capacity to unfold. Without breath, our soul would slip away. While we have no objective proof of what happens to this life force after death, religious and spiritual traditions help us make sense of this journey to create a life well lived, and hopefully provides us a little hope about the future of the life force created that we have taken part in creating after our death. But this is dependent on us to create. This is dependent on that calling of the soul to realize its potential. And these messages we should listen to as we learn to take a little time and just breathe. Psyche, the soul, and engaging in breath work invites us to do this very exercise. Sit down, relax, and breathe. How can you be present at this very moment? In what direction do you need the assistance of breath work to focus your direction, your soul? This is where we make our purpose. As always, my friends, namaste, and may blessings find you along your journey to advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. Goodbye for now.